Hi everyone, welcome back to another vlog. This vlog is specifically a travel vlog, a journey to Kenyan upcountry. We have a family Thanksgiving in upcountry. One of my family members who played such a critical role in my life and many of my family members' life, moving to Nairobi Urban Center. When our parents died, they took us in as our guardians, parents. So I personally felt like when someone has done you good, it's always good to remember them. And so we, together with family members, decided to organize this Thanksgiving mass and a journey to upcountry to visit them. It was supposed to be a surprise, but it ended up not being such a surprise because not everyone, like they say in Swahili, siri ni ya mtu moja. You can only keep something that you consider secret to yourself. So our idea of giving them a surprise visit somehow did not happen to be a total surprise, but we still managed to give them a little surprise. So we planned our journey from Nairobi to go and start celebrating Christmas with them, together with my cousins in the cars. You can see beautiful people and my aunties. We decided that let's go pull up a surprise to someone that we really love, to a family that has supported us in our life journey. And we felt like since my auntie now had some little bit of ailment and she was not able to move around as often as she would do when she wasn't unwell, we felt we'll actually go and visit her and take and give her flowers when she's still alive. An idea that many people don't really buy easily because naturally we're Africans, and so most family get-togethers are usually there's a wedding or there's a funeral or something really major has happened. Mostly it's weddings and funerals. So the idea of just going to visit someone for the sake of visiting, just visiting to say thank you for the role you played in our lives, thank you for the person that you are, and we are praying for you, we are wishing you a long life, you take two together, and we actually enjoying it with mass. And yeah, not many people believe that, and so the list of things. Okay, we arrived very late. If you can see there, we arrived very late and we had dinner. The following day, there was mass, and this is the choir that joined us. My cousins were there, all the many relatives that who attended. The homily from the priest was so on point. I'm telling you, it was so on point. He was so moved by the gesture. And so, of course, there were also meals that were served, chicken, fish, name it. We had a little bit of help. But the homily, if I tell you that sometimes the Spirit of God is moving, because the idea of Thanksgiving in relation to what the Bible was saying, that day the word was about what we give, and God will heal us, not because we asked, but because of our gratitude. If we had the heart of gratitude, God would bless. So the priest went ahead to bless the entire home. Each and every house in the home was blessed with holy water. The ground was blessed. Like there was so much blessing. For some of us who came from Nairobi, we had an opportunity of the hands being laid on us and God prayers being made for us on our journey back to Nairobi. And after mass, we decided that it is time to bring our moms out and sing to them Christmas carols. And one of the songs that we sang, the first one was like, I don't remember the name of the artist, but it was about, Mother, how are you today? This is a note from your daughter. With me, I am doing okay. Mother, how are you today? It was such an emotional moment. Oh my God, it was such an emotional moment for me, being orphaned when I was young and having my mother's sisters lined up there and listening to us. I felt like my mother was also listening from heaven. She must be very happy that at least I had to do this, because if I tell you guys, my mom was the kind of person who used to unite her family. Most Christmas was spent in our home. She would invite all her sisters and brothers and organize a Christmas. So we had to sing with my cousins who are lined up here, Lucy, Reggie, myself, and Terry. We lined up and sang for our mothers. And of course, my cousins who are standing with me here, their mothers are still alive. We thank God for them. So we sang that song for them, and they were so moved. They were so moved. Look at their faces. Look at their faces. They were so happy. They were so moved. And at some point, my uncle was like, "There's no song for fathers." There's no song for fathers. So guys, this trip was something that, sometimes organizing such trips is like pulling teeth, just getting people to see things from your view, just to convince people and say, this is a good idea. It's good to visit people when they're still here, they're alive, and you can actually give them their flowers and bless them and tell them, we love you, we appreciate the investment you made in us, even though we don't call you every day, even though we don't come home every day to see you, but we love you, we appreciate you. And just seeing them wearing these Christmas caps on their head, and all of them were like, "Will I get mine? Will I get one?" I think the attention was gathered there by someone when we received one of my cousins who came late to join us for the occasion. So it was so lovely singing all these Christmas carols. And I remember one of them saying, someone said that, "Hey, you people have just brought so much memory to me. I wish this could happen every year." Everybody had a comment about this. So our journey from Nairobi to Ugenya, where we were going, we left Nairobi at about 8 a.m. in the morning. We were in Kisumu at about 1, but of course we had to stop and do a little bit of shopping. And guys, let me tell you, it's me who told my cousins, we're going to buy all the things we need in the village. We're going to buy onions, tomatoes, and all the things we need for this particular occasion in the village. We need to go and promote those women who are sitting by the roadside and selling their stuff. So we avoided buying things on the highway, which is the norm. Many people like buying things along the highway, but we avoided to buy things on the highway. We went to our local market and bought tomatoes, just seeing the joy that these women sit by the side of the road. And if their children, don't go home and promote them, of course, the economy there is highly dependent on us. They're taking a time to go and buy. So I'll encourage you, if you're listening to this video and you're the kind of person who would go to Marikiti, go to the supermarket and buy onion, tomatoes, and all those things that are needed at home when you're traveling, especially now that everybody's moving to the village for Christmas, I would suggest that please go to your local market and purchase things from them. It's just once a year. It won't kill your pocket. And I know everybody argues that it's so expensive to buy items from the village, but the truth is, so I think here we had some song going on. I think it's better to listen to my cousin. She has such a voice.
wonders and wonders of his love. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let us receive a King. Let every heart prepare him room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Holidays are easy. That is school for that dollar. Nakakoro kabi secondary kuro tera Kakamega High School kura somo ka kode Kakamega. Ngada kode. Masiwewe baba ningekuwa je mimi. Masiwewe baba ningekuwa je mimi. Ningekuwa je baba ningekuwa je mimi. Masiwewe baba ningekuwa je mimi. Jehova ningekuwa je mimi. Masiwewe ningekuwa je mimi. Such a do target carabenta, when it gets better, no can you cut 3 days cocoa work order. Cassie will put on game one coal box. Tanya could go to 2 won't use it to no hair or whatever won't use it. They were really friendly. Your mom was very friendly. Makia, in a medical card. Your moko depot or cow direct. Your animal cow. Last one, oh, what do you know? You're going to go. Then you came at your leg. Look at more of that. You talk much. I'm happy to see the way you are, the way you do your business. Strong click and I am happy. Our grandfathers, our grandfather Aluga. You know, we grew up in Kano. Nobody can know that we grew up there. And their father, we used to know what did Kusumo to stop a station. Oma do chai, popo kapo kwadi. Alego. Okwadiga na okwadiga alego. That is how it is. Then my mother loved everybody. I mean, I think maybe our grandmother had that foundation. So the sisters used to come to Mombasa. None of the sisters ever missed. And Benta also came. And you know, our maternal, we were so close to our maternal mother. I don't know my father's side, but that was how we were brought up. To love our sisters. And Benta will come to Nairobi. She worked with the ministry. I worked with WHO. Every time she would be in my office. So it was like that. Hey, thank you. The love was there. Yeah. So it is love, Mario Kaluga. I think if you can maintain it, I don't know. Maybe she has started. And I said, yeah. Yeah.
Stress gets so much. You are equal
you HUBBA Galuga. HUBBA.
No, January.
Kabisa. And you want.
Yes, and so Toro, Kakano Wachigano. Skip Kanyok into Edward Chin. Can I just go to Dalam? Maybe what you want. The bit
Mama was a lot.
And then yes.
Mama no koya kata galot.
Well, yes. Then come on. So what I realized later, luro mane jo luro marriage. Then again gondo.
Exactly.
Yes.
You just don't want to know much.
Broker in code. Whatever the little mean. Ibro we katani woto. Zooming with you.
Yeah.
You see?
He said when the friend Nikuri would
Color. Then like that. I thought it caught up with now. Mama Kuro Lokuriki. Bama. Better go make out position no matter. Go anyone could have nothing but you. I remember one time, Kanina, Utua. Biba and Mabukarima. Oh, Hugasano. No tour. I said, okay, I'm on the limited and so on. Then you come on time and again. Manuajo Tun, a catan was young. I said, do you think I watch a Katagimukan? Open the bag number. I say, Lemo, the other bag not to the bar. That is it. It happened. Bag I watched him a bed. Oh, okay. I said, Lemo. So, Corona wonder, why do I have to say bag not to good? Okay, and
yes, I.
Yes, the same.
You may not foresee or none of you, Madam Bell.
The time and again, I remember again. Nicholas, what you know? What do you get away? You get your business. The thing is, kick out one way. I don't like it. Obey somebody. And I did that. Because me, I knew how to handle it. So they could this and that. The postman of this and that. They are also called to sound engineer, but MD group is mass communication. So we much and what you go stores they know the sound engineer maybe really make a new no don't can you very easily. And so on little did I know you can do program into Nyara can do mass. Okay. Man not America man, not to Madung here. Mamako and Watchman and Rajula name. I think Mombasa Baby and he used to speak that. He used to say, no stressing so much. Apparently, spirits Maggie working and so on. So I've been there, I would argue. That should be the trend. Not going to become woman and so on and so forth. To Mosa, you can remember what the party says, but laughter. Yeah. It depends on how many times one laughs in a given day that makes the blood move smoothly through the veins. And it helps a lot. Yes. If you cannot laugh, then the slow music, the music you have been doing here, that one brings the yes, and that's good, right? I'm also, hello, I'm also, diet is very important in life. You don't have to go into eating too much of meat and other the natural foods and so on. All right. And for your environment, you need to have. Mary, are we together? Yes. Not these exotic trees and what. Indigenous trees like the oberos and the cialas and what have you. Those are very good for the environment. Yes, it's helpful. Remember, at times when you start walking from outside there, as you come in, the breeze is there, you feel, oh, this is another paradise.
Yeah, it's true.
Eh? Okay. Apart from that, you need exercises. Time and again, Mary, exercises. As you walk, you do your core duties and so on. Don't get pivoted. You just sit from morning to evening.
That's me.
You will get heart attack. You will develop too much thinking. We should always avoid worries, and like what? It leads to exhaustion, which is seldom caused by work. As working too much is always better than worrying too much. Because the only remedy of working much is just bad. You're back to yourself. But if you worry too much, you can only be vain, you can only be that way, and what you are doing, and so on. But you will never recover very easily. Right? As for myself, whenever I call these, should I call you people? For anything, what I say, ugonjwa yangu imerudi. Wanaanza kucheka. Ile ugonjwa ni pesa. Newspaper. I need a newspaper. I need what? Ugonjwa yangu imerudi. But I had to get sick.
Newspaper. Na pesa.
Ni newspaper.
Na pesa.
Ukisikia newspaper, you
Na
confused.
pesa.
Yeah.
Na maziwa.
Even pesa is less paper.
And so on. Yes. So,
Any newspaper ni coded word. Akikwambia newspaper, ni newspaper. So it depends on how much you have in your pocket.
then watching it's difficult, really. Is it not difficult?
It is
Very, very difficult.
But
If loving another human being is as difficult as a colonel in toothless mouth, then how can you tell us you love God? How can you tell that you love God you have not seen? Why can't you love what you are seeing first?
the person next, if I see him,
The neighbor. God. Yeah. And then that is what God wants. You get my point? Yes. And what I know, as age catches with us, what is important is doing away with any fear. The fear that you are soon going deep under the ground, intermittently. So long as you have people you have left behind, like him, and all of you.
And as long as you are close to God, you will not fear death.
You don't fear death. At one time, I used to worry a lot, and even as far as thinking aloud, that why can't God one time just take me like Elijah was taken away, than being put down here?
you fly.
Lakini mano nurumuna, because that fear at one time they come to kakatotinga ya kunindutera kuma to swab ni chande sabo
And I'm a break all the time.
imakuga
Bus.
you know what no sell nego no sell nego eventually I came out of it. Could you feel the fear? I don't think it's just normal. Normal. Fear is also another great sin. Fear. discarded. Let me go away. Lastly, wahenga husema hivi, furaha naye ninayo leo ni zaidi ya hata kitanga cha mizani. Madawa lakini nini?
Hata ikipimwa haiwezi.
Hata ikipimwa haiwezekani. Nani aweza?
Hatuwezi.
Sasa ni hivyo hivyo.
Hivyo vya
yeah.
Yes.
And finally, whenever you talk something, look for what will be a tool or an aspect to impart knowledge to the people you are talking to. Thank you very much. I'll talk later. Let's continue as we go. Hello.
Bendera yake Yesu sasa inapepea. 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 Bendera ya furaha sasa inapepea. Bendera yake Yesu sasa inapepea. Bendera ya upendo sasa inapepea. Bendera yake Yesu sasa inapepea. Bendera yake Yesu sasa inapepea. Bendera yake Yesu sasa inapepea. Bendera ya furaha sasa inapepea. Bendera yake Yesu sasa inapepea. Bendera ya upendo sasa inapepea. Bendera yake Yesu sasa inapepea.
Kabisa. You were worried for some time because we thought you were
Father challengers niongee boyka.
Yeah. Where are the boys? You
The boys are here. They are finally here.
You have represented them.
I took your place while you were away.
Because my mom is the reason I'm the woman I am today. I grew up knowing I was lazy. And so I tried to work very hard. So even now in the workplace, people ask me, why do you work so hard? And I'm like, because I think I'm lazy. That's why I work very hard. So I thank God that she raised us in that way together with that. Some of you might know, some of you might not know. Kimaliza Form 4, I was telling some friends the other day. Kimaliza Form 4, I remember, I did not stay at home for 1 week. Madali niambia, you need to get a job. So utakuja na mimi job, tuende na yeye huko for stationers, ama anitafutie kazi. So nikafikiria, nikasema, if I go to work with her, she won't pay me. So after I worked for 2 years. So I'm sharing this story. What that did for me is that in those critical years, you know, those teenage years when you're thinking, I have time, I can go out. I was so busy, I never had the opportunity to do crazy things that I would have done. And I can tell you, I was a crazy child.
Today, Mother, how are you today? Here is a note from your daughter. Everything is okay. Mother, how are you today?
So, having listened to the Christmas carols, sharing meals with family, sharing those nuggets of wisdom, listening to family history, how people before us have always advocated for the family to remain united. The Alugas and the Hubbas, those are my maternal grandparents, that they always advocated that we should remain united, we should always remain as family. We are given history on how our great grandmothers used to visit each other, and this was so beautiful, because like my mom's sisters were just reliving what their mothers did many years ago. And honestly, I remember my great grandmother and her sisters coming to visit us in Migori, and funnily enough, they used to wear uniform. So when I saw my aunties in their uniform, it was like, like there's never an end. There are things that you can pass on to the next generation and the next generation. So the following day, that is on Sunday morning, we traveled on Friday. We were there on Saturday for Mass in the morning, then family sharing and moments of just getting to know how each and everyone is doing came on Saturday afternoon. Then on Sunday morning, 6 a.m., we were driving back to Nairobi, and please just see the sunrise. Beautiful sunrise. So we traveled again back together to Nairobi. Some other people are traveling to different destinations. And this far, honestly, I was so grateful to God. I was really grateful to God because, with the current economic times, not so many people were able to travel with us. I know they prayed for us. I know this video is going to go a long way in helping just see what happened, how the whole function went. And I remember, like I said, the priest was telling us how most often as family members, we really never get time to gather together and have a sharing moment unless there's a funeral or there's a wedding. So for him, this was such a special moment. As much as not everybody was able to attend, the number of people who were there was a true representation on what our family is, and just listening to the different speeches from our mothers, from uncles, and all of us, even as family members, as we traveled together with my cousin, we had such deep conversation about family and some of the things that we felt have been done wrong, some things that we think we can improve on as young people, and things we would want to pass on to our children. It was so important that we took this journey together with my cousins to go all the way. And this visit opened up our eyes. Our bonds got stronger. We got to understand each other more deeply. We got to know what is going on in each other's life, which we rarely do. So in that period that we traveled almost 8 hours together in a vehicle, we're able to get to know so much about each other. We get to update each other on everybody's life in a fun moment. It's not like we were meeting for a funeral or something bad has happened. We were just happy traveling together and getting to share these moments together and understanding how far each and every person has gone in their life, some of the challenges they faced, the highs and the lows. And it was so lovely. We laughed all the way. We were so occupied by everything that has happened in each other's life. So the journey that is usually so tedious and so long wasn't that long, and it wasn't so tiring. By the time we got to Nairobi, we still had so much to tell each other, and of course the calls will keep on coming. But I know if you're listening to this and you're also coming from a family, I believe everyone has a family, it takes a bit of effort to keep those ties that bind you together, not just like your nuclear family, but with the extended family. For me, I've grown up in a big family, and I think the family that I probably understand and know so well is my mother's family, my maternal grandparents. I probably because they are so close knit, or maybe because my dad also relocated to another county and left his own home county. So here, honestly, when we were just approaching Nakuru, we encountered this accident. This trailer just rolled off the road, and it was carrying lots and lots of maize. And as usual, I never understand it when there's an accident like this. Like, why do people like taking advantage of someone's misery? You can imagine maybe this is a business person who loaded all these bags of maize to deliver somewhere. Then people just decide to rob. Honestly. Anyway, I leave it up to you to think about why people do such things. When someone is going through a difficult time, you make them feel worse. But this marks the end of our video. Thank you very much for watching. I wish you all the best during this festive season. Bye.